Now, you ladies and gentlemen may not know this, or maybe you do, but when I'm bored, I love to check out your social media pages.
Really?
Yes, Adam, I follow you too, so you included. And Lonnie, I was actually surfing your Instagram page, and I saw a meme that you posted that really spoke to my spirit. It said, talk about your blessings more than you talk about your burdens.
How about that?
So, Lonnie, instead of sliding in your DMs, I figured that I'd just tell you here in person that, I wanted to ask you, do you feel like people, don't count their blessings as much as they should?
Yeah, that came because a lot of people have been complaining to me. And so, I just found this meme and I said, let me put this up. And I was just surprised at how many people responded to it.
Wow.
I mean, so many people, especially in the morning. They were like, we needed this. And you should count your blessings. I count my blessings like the count on Sesame Street. I got to do the 1 blessing, 2 blessings, 3 blessings. I count them.
No, I think
you have to.
Yeah. You have to number them. I did this when I was a little girl, and I still do it today. I've got journals of them, but every day I wake up writing down one thing I'm going to look forward to that day. Yeah. It might not always happen, but I want to do one thing, whether it's going to be making my husband smile or just getting a call from my mom or something. And then I go to bed writing down one thing that happened that surprised me. And you guys, you'd be really surprised. You will always have something. To write down both times of the day.
And I'm going to say, oh, thank you, Jeannie. Because for my housewarming party, Jeannie bought me a journal to put at my bedside, and I try to write down every morning what I'm thankful for.
Nice.
So thank you for passing that.
That's very nice.
That is awesome.
That's really nice.
It really does.
But isn't it funny how a negative conversation sometimes becomes more interesting than a positive one?
Oh, always.
Like, I can't handle it. Like, that really weighs on my spirit and my wig. I just be like,
And your wig.
My wig.
Can we talk about something positive?
Right.
Let's talk about how wonderful your day was today. Let's talk about how we all just sat at the table and saw each other in the face, because that is a blessing in itself.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, why do we have to talk about the things we don't like in life?
I think society almost makes us feel bad or consider it bragging when you talk about your blessings. And I think people almost would rather hear you say, oh, man, this isn't going right for me, or like it's almost more comfortable for them to hear that. It's weird how people react more to the bad.
But there's a fine line between counting your blessings and talking to your friends about that and bragging. There's a really fine line. So maybe it's just putting sun in somebody else's life. And in your own, I think a lot of it's internal. Like I see a lot of people go out there and have complaints, as you talk about when you put that meme up. And you just need to be able to walk, when you wake up every morning and you have your health and you have your family, it's like, hey, that's better than a lot of people. And so have that sunshine and then pass it to Tamar when her wig's weighing down.
You know what? Let me ask you a question. I think he's right when he says there's a fine line between bragging and counting your blessings. What would we consider bragging?
Like, if you know somebody ain't really doing good, but you're like, I'm doing so good. And, sometimes it's like, they ain't really, it's okay for you. Right. Yeah. It's like, it's about timing, So.
The intention. What is the purpose of saying it out loud? Is it to make yourself feel good? Is it to even maybe encourage someone else to look at themselves?
What if you're just being encouraging? What if somebody's really down on their luck, right? And you say, you know what? I got me a new car because I got me a new job, and guess what? If God did it for me, He can do it for you.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's the difference.
There's an intention in there. Your intention when you said that was to uplift another.
Right, but if you say, I got a new car, and I'm doing
about you.
I'm the one right here. I'm the one. I'm number one, number one. I'm going to always be number one. God got me all the time. I don't know about nobody else, but I know He got me. He had me when I was little. He had me when I was high. He had me when I was down. Yeah, God got me. Yeah. It's like, okay, hold up.
But hold on, in this town especially, you guys follow people on Instagram, and you see those Instagram posts where it's like, check out my new house, it's like, okay, come on.
Exactly.
Once in a while it's all right, but then you're like, that's a little bit too much.
But what you said was, if he got me, then I know He gonna get you. That means that you at least caring about that person.
Your aim is different. Your aim is different.